You said specifically, all rich countries are democracies. And I was aghast when I heard that. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Singapore. That's not true.
All right, so you gave some examples. Saudi Arabia is not a rich country. As a GDP per capita, off the top of my head, I'd say about $8,000 per year.
You went on to say that if it wasn't for the Russia veto, based on the kind of information available about India on the internet, we would be declared a fascist state by the United Nations.
You'll have to play my clip because I don't remember saying that India would be declared a fascist state by the Security Council.
One reason is that India needs that Russian veto on the Security Council. Otherwise, India will be cast in the United Nations as a fascist state.
So first, I apologize. I was wrong about my own memory. We don't always remember things properly that we've said. No, I do not literally, I emphasize the word literally, I do not think it is literally true that the UN would cast India as a fascist state. I don't think anyone speaks in an interview with a series of literally true statements. That would be a very stilted way to answer interview questions.
Well, I disagree, but that's fine. That's irrelevant.
I want to say factually true, yes. Literally true, no. And those are two different concepts.
Well, I think language matters and what we communicate
Sure.
through that matters, but I disagree with you that when we speak, one can say stuff that you wouldn't write, which I would forgive if one's just a Twitter troll seeking attention, but not an academic.
First, I'll point out it is uncustomary for interviewers to compare their interviewees to internet trolls and to judge whether or not they will forgive their interviewees for their positions.
The fact that you can find a trend should not be driving impartial academic studies of democracy. If a journalist does that, I'll forgive you.
So I just thought being patronizing was one of the parts and parcels of what you get when you speak with an American. But it's interesting to see that when the same language is used when one is talking to you, it upsets you quite a bit, doesn't it, Professor?
Well, I didn't know that I was walking into a confrontational interview of these kinds.
Maybe you're not aware of what an interview is. There will be some levels of confrontation, which is fine.
Yeah, sure.
You may not get that on India Today, but serious journalists disagree with certain things the other person says.